Now we're live on YouTube, and as always, we're getting started by introducing ourselves so we know a little bit more about each other. So go ahead, Alexandre. What can you say about yourself?
Okay, I'm Alexandre. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo. I'm 70 years old. I'm on October 15 and 71 on October 15. I'm married. I've been here since July 2020, improve my English, and I enjoy spend my time biking or walking near the beach or swimming, and 3 times a week going to the gym. That's it.
All right, very nice. Thanks for sharing that. And how about you? Henrique?
Hello, good evening for everyone. My name is Henrique. I have 30 years old. I work as a software developer. I live in Palhoças, Santa Catarina. It's a city nearby Florianópolis, the capital of Santa Catarina. And my free time, I like to swim, watching anime, the TV shows, go to the gym. I think is that.
All right, very nice. And how about you, Kelvin? Go ahead.
Hi everyone. Yeah, my name is Kelvin. I also work as a software engineer. I'm living on Ceará, and my hobbies, not only my hobbies, but everything about me looks like Henrique. I like to watch animes, to go to the gym, and I'm a software engineer too. So yeah, easy. Yeah, and I am 22 years old.
All right, very nice to meet you here. That's always a pleasure getting to know different people, and that's really nice. And how about you, Vanessa? Go ahead. We cannot hear you, but your
Don't
mic,
listen.
yeah, now we can. No, 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 no,
It's working.
no. Yeah,
Now it's okay.
yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So my name is Vanessa. I am 29 years old. Um, I I never. Yes, I will talk about my work first. I created a company about financial education maybe 2 years ago, and I work and teach other people how can improve your finances and investments and your financial. And every time in my life, I work with math and logical things. Before I created my company, I work with cybersecurity. It's about take care about defense and softwares, for example. And I work at like with access management. And maybe 7 years ago, I worked 7 years with the experience. In my free time, I like to be a contact with the nature, go to the parks, visit waterfalls, and sometimes read books too. For me, it's very nice. I'm married. I have two pets. Their names is Pipoca and Empada. Funny names. I like these names. So I think it's that. Yes.
All right, very nice having you here too. And how's that for you, Brenner? What can you share about yourself?
Well, hello guys. I'm Brenna. I am 27. I was born and raised in Rio de Janeiro, the capital. Just like the guys, I am a software developer. Uh, just like 90% of talk and talk. In my free time, I enjoy practicing sports, physical activities. I love football. Um, I live alone. I don't have children, pets, just plants. I'm here on Talking Talk since June this year, and becoming fluent in English is one of my goals for this and the next year. That's it.
All right, very nice. And how about you, Catherine, now that you just arrived?
Hello, guys. I'm not a developer like the others. I'm a biology teacher. I live in Rio, like Brenner. I like to read, to watching movies, to go to the museum. Yeah, it's me.
All right, very nice. And sure, about me, I'm Elta Vares. I'm from São Paulo, the capital. I like to study languages. I really love traveling and going to the beach, and I really love eating. And I love animals, especially dogs. They have my heart, basically. Well, just telling some things about the platform. Talking Talk is a platform where we can practice English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Mandarin. In the future, we'll be able to practice other languages too. And here's a safe place to make mistakes. So we're not here to judge anybody. We're not here to correct anybody. We are here to learn and to be understood. That's the main point. So it's not a class. I'm not a teacher, so I'm not going to teach you anything. But in this informal conversation, we're going to learn and to practice a lot with each other's point of views, experiences, and that's it. Just to remind you guys, this is a conversation totally in English. But of course, if we need, that's totally fine to use a few words in Portuguese. There's no problem. And just to remind you again, Leandro couldn't be here tonight actually, so that's why I'm here to replace him. Okay. So now that I just sent okay, I think I'm going to send the questions again on the chat. That is about the topic: is multitasking healthy and effective? So since we are in 7 people here, I think I'm going to split the rooms so everybody can have more time to talk. And I think yeah, so just one moment until I can create the rooms here, and then we can start. Yeah, here and here. Yeah, that's it, guys. So as always, if you receive an invitation, please accept and be respectful in the conversation. And 10 minutes before the end of the conversation, I'll call everybody back so we can finish the conversation all together. And that's it. Accept the invitation and see you guys in a few minutes. All right. For those who are staying, please wait. And that's it. That's it. So, Henrique, about the first question, do you think you can read it and answer? You're muted.
Yes, let me. I close the chat and I can. Yes, I open. Sorry. How do you feel when you are juggling several? Ah, no, it's the first one. Sorry. Do you consider yourself good at multitasking? Why or why not? I not consider myself good in doing this, but I like it. um, I have a problem in my work that I do a lot things at the same time, but for my choice because I am a person anxious and doing more than one thing at the same times. It's more comfortable, at least for me. And I think that I not consider myself a good in doing this, but I like it
And do you
because
think,
I don't go ahead. Sorry.
no, yeah. And do you think it's related to any past experiences that you've had about, I don't know, anything?
I don't know. It's I start to I start my life early. I think because I leave my uh, parent house at 15 years old. and I started to work, and my first job is a work with my family, and work with your family is different because they push you a lot. For me, at least for me, and I acostumei. It's acostumei work it with a lot pressure, and I don't know. My psychologist therapist says that is the way I learned doing, and it's not the correct way, but it's is the way I almost more I am more acostumado.
Yeah. And don't you feel like that can be useful? Because I see so many people like they struggle to work under pressure, so they all they want to do is to work on a easy and environments where there's no um end line. Qual que é? Prazo, deadline. That's it, I think.
Deadline.
So how do you deal with this? So don't you think it's great at the point about working under pressure?
Yeah, it's not like this point. I think is more useful. I think it's more useful because I like to have more work to do, more things to do, and I search more things to do. This make me in my job have to know a lot about the business, the technology, and it's put me in a good position, because yes, it's make me participated a lot of projects. Almost every things I know a little bit, and it's help a lot for upgrade your for promotion for grow up in the job.
Yeah, see, that's interesting. You had this experience, I'd say. And how about you, Kelvin? How do you consider actually yourself a good at multitasking?
Yes and not because l- like Enrique, I have a lot of tasks to do between the same time. For example, I need to make a task, and at the same time, I need to create a presentation and to help another developers. So it's not exactly the same time, but it's the same tasks for along the day. And if it was the same time, I'm not good. I can't keep attention in two things that happens in the same time. However, if I need to change my mind, I'm doing my task and someone asking for help, I can change my mind to help him fast and go back fast. So I think I'm not good in the same time, but I can change my goals fast and back fast.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel like you have any way to improve that, or is it something that you would like to improve, or you're okay the way it is?
Yeah, it's a thing that I try to improve, but if I can avoid, I prefer because do things in the same time. I think it's not cool. It's better when we do one thing better and with full attention, so we can do it faster and better. However, I know that sometimes it's essential that we do two or more things in the same time. So I try to improve it.
Yeah, see. And talking about me, like in my case, let's say, I do believe I'm kind of great at doing this, but there are these low moments. So sometimes I'm trying to do things, and that's something that I'm trying to improve so that I don't depend of only being focused on one thing, because sometimes that will not be possible. So being prepared for this, I'd say in my case, is something great that I can do now. And just like being here, having to do different things, and that's something that really helped me. But and just like, for example, to drive, that's a great example, because you need to be aware of everything, and especially at the beginning, that can be so difficult. And that's something, that's why we need to, in my point of view, we need to at least to try to see how we can improve at least a little bit every day, so we can be better, I'd say. And Kelvin, you already said about the way you feel, but can you explain more about second question? How do you feel when you are juggling several tasks at once? Or if they are not exactly at the same time, as you said, but like so close to each other.
Yeah. I feel more comfortable because I am used to do it. When I started, I was starting to working as a developer, so we have a lot of tasks, and I was so nervous. I don't know what I do first and how organize it. However, now I'm used to do this. I try to organize my time to along the day, reserve several hours for one thing, several hours for another thing, and then in the end of the day, see if I can progress in some of these tasks and reorganize it in the next day to achieve my goals. So now I can manage it, and it's not more a problem for me.
No, right? That's very great. That very interesting. And how's that for you, Henrique? How do you feel about it?
I'm feel a lot struggling. Like in the end of day, if I need to work in a multiples, I need to multiple times swap the, Kevin says. Uh, Rarely we do the multiple things at same times, but we need to swap a lot of times, many times a day, jobs, works. And for me, it's this is a type of multitasking. It's not do same multiple things at same time, but to swapping a lot of times is like as multitasking for me. And the end of day, sometimes I feel my mind rounding, girando, sabe? And I think it's that I have this feeling that I spend a lot effort in thinking, and it's cancer. Yes.
Yeah, I see it. And for me, it's basically like that. Like sometimes it can be difficult, and it's always difficult, I'd say. But it's something that I'm trying to change. And in general, I think having this will fail. Like, especially at the beginning when we are still trying to do these different things at once, will fail somehow. And it's important for us to accept it. Like we'll fail, and that's totally fine. We'll make a mistake. We'll do something that we shouldn't. So that's totally acceptable. And but I feel like bad when that happens. It's inevitable. But that's something that I'm trying to deal better with, these bad things that can happen, or unexpected things that can happen. So I do believe that that can help us to improve our mentality, but agility, like, to be I don't know, a person who thinks fast, who thinks more, who has these strategies to organize things. So in my point of view, it's a great thing. It's more related to the maths in general. Like we need to calculate things. Okay, in this moment, I'm going to do this, and that's interesting about this, because there's this meme that we say, oh, my appointment is at 4 p.m., so I cannot do anything for the rest of the day because, I don't have time. I'll just be occupied with this in my mind, but I'll do anything else. So that's that's how I think. And I think about the next question, number 3. Have you ever experienced negative effects of multitasking, like stress or mistakes?
Yes, like for for me the have a long period of a lot of work, long days in the especially in the end of month. We need to do a lot of things in work for virado do mês because I work in financial institute and have some things legal to do because we have to do and it's a lot of pressure to do this in time and it's make a lot stress and make me tiring me, and but like I say too early, I like this feeling of it's like adrenaline, I think, because when we have to do a lot do things to do, we spend the day running. It's I have a little bit of adrenaline, I think, and I like this. But in the end of day, have some bad have the profits and benefícios e malefícios.
Mm-hmm. And you said I don't know if that still happens, but you said about your psychologist or I forgot the word. But how's that influenced your perception about this? Like, do you work on this, or how do you deal with this? Talking about the therapy.
uh, my therapist says that's not a they don't say this word, but it's not a really problem. I do this because we have the benefits and the malefices, and but I needed to learning controlling, have a balance with each other, and last year I think I have a beginning of burnout, and when I see that I starting struggling too much, I take a rest, slow down the work and other things, um, and I found the balance. But and, my therapist a lot helps a lot to identify these problems, that I struggling too much. It's important, someone outside of you, to show you that you are not going to a good way, good path, because sometimes it's hard. You see that you are not going well.
Yeah, see, and I totally agree with you talking about this, about having a different vision, about a different perspective from a different person that is not too involved on the problem, on the situation, because they can have a different idea about this, they can have a different solution than what you thought it would be. And that's great for us to try to, I don't know, to not to focus too much, but also try to have this perspective. Not only depends on somebody else to do that, but try to see in terceira pessoa, like something like that.
Yes.
So try to see it more distance than your reality. That's interesting. And how's that for you, Kelvin? Have you ever went through that situation?
Yeah, I think it's more negative because it's so stressful, and the end of the day, we get tired, so tired, and it's for you, and also because sometimes we are doing so much things at the same time, and one important thing we make it wrong, and some a kind of problems can be happens. This had I already do this, and I have a lot of problems, so I need to fix it and to be more careful with multiple tasking. So in general, I think how is the word? It's not bad, but we can extract some knowledge for us.
Yeah, and do you have any experience about therapy or would you like to try this?
I don't have experience with therapies, and I never think about it. So I can't opine about it.
Okay. That's great. I'd say I've never done that too either, actually, or neither. I don't know. But I would like to try because I don't know. I think if we are already great without like great, we're okay in that situation. Without that, I think would we could be even better with this help from a professional of this area because we would understand so many things about the past maybe or how our expect no expectations can influence our way of being now. So that could make me better, I'd say. So I would like to try. And yes, I have experienced negative effects from multitasking. And I'd say nothing really too serious, like a burnout, anything like that. But the stress in general, like, and sometimes like, especially before in the past, I used to do something like I had many things to do, but I didn't focus on one thing, and I tried to do a little bit of this and that and that and that, and I didn't do anything at the end of the day. So for me, that was really frustrating, and that's something still that I'm trying to improve, not to do that. So okay, if I need to do five things, main things in my day, in my week, I need to prioritize this so that I can go somewhere instead of just being stuck in the same place without doing anything. So, Kelvin, about the fourth question, can you read it and answer?
Yeah. Do you think multitasking makes you more efficient, or does it slow you down? I think for everyone, it's make us slow down because we are focused in one thing, and when this context change, we need to understand what happens in the other context and starting to focus again on it. I know that some people it's better doing this, and other people needs more time to focus again. But generally, I think it's not good. It's more slow down for us, for everyone.
I see. And what do you think about this one, Henrique?
I think I agree. In generally, it's not good doing a lot of multitasking. But have sometimes that it's important to doing. Like for example, this weekend I have a lot of meetings in afternoon, and some it's some meetings I think I don't need to stay, but I don't leave it because I already invited and I doing I participated of meeting, but I doing in parallel something other things. And for this example, I think is a multitasking is good. But if you have a task that you need to focus, or hard is hard, need all same 100% of your mind. I think if you start to trying to do multitasking, you not going so well for this task, because you you is you will doing coisas erradas, because you don't have same 100% of focus on this task.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. I agree with both of you. Like, I'd say it generally, it usually it's better. Usually makes us slow down a little bit because our attention is separated between things, so that can bring this slow to the moment. But I think it can also, for those people who only works on the hard times, only works under pressure, basically, that can be something great for them. Like, it's not really my case, I'd say. But for those who are really, who só se mexe quando vê que não dá. There's no way more to stay there stuck. So that can be efficient for them, I'd say. And but not my case in this situation. So, Kevin, about the fifth question, what kind of tasks do you think can or cannot done be done effectively while multitasking? Is there something?
Um, more efficient. We can do more efficient, or we can. Oh my God. I don't know. Because yeah, I think that depends of the priority and the how this task matter. Because when you are doing something so important, or with so much priorities, that and we have to meet a small deadline, so I think we can do this uh, in multitasking, because we will try to make it better and faster, and at the same time we are doing another things. So in the end, when we will see this task, it's not well done. So we need to organize something, fix another things, and we will spend more time. And I think it depends so much what you're doing and how are your tasks.
Yeah, I see. And I think, like, it's what you said about the prioritize things, because, for example, if there's one thing so important, but it requires so much time and energy and attention, like, it would be great to take one day to only do that. So
Yeah.
that can be massive, that can be boring, maybe, but that can be necessary for you to do that. Or no, and of course, in the other day, you will just do the small things that you have to do during the day, and that can be better. Or no, you can separate this whole thing during the week, for example, so that can be better for you. I'd say this one can be better because it's not massive, it's not consuming too much of our mind, so that can be positive in this way. But that can take more time, so that's why you said about the deadline things, so that we can really be pay attention to this and not to extrapolar the deadline.
Yeah.
And do you have difficulty, Kelvin, about managing time, about this, your priorities, your tasks of the week?
Um, yeah, I don't think so. I can organize it. And the only problem is when something happens and we are not waiting for. For example, we organize everything and someone asking for helping, or there is another problem that assigned to you. It's this thing that you can't control. So we already organized everything every time, and now we need to add more things in the same time. And now we can struggle a little bit and make some things not well done. We can make it using what we can, and the future try to improve it, and yeah. So I can manage it. However, every time have a situation that we can't control. So we try to reorganize, and do everything again.
Yeah, that's it. And what do you think about the fifth question, Enrique?
Um, I think I answered this question in my last answer because, like I say, depends on the effort that you need to do in this task. Uh, Let me say, if you have, it's not a really task, but you have a lot of chats that you need to help some partners, colleagues, and I think it's like a 5 minutes to answer, to search the answer and answer, and good it's good to, it's more efficient to doing multitasking. But if you, like you Kevin says, is if you have a task that you, it's very critical, it's sensitive, it's important, you need to focus to do a well done job, because if you don't do, you will have more work para frente, uh, and I think is that.
And do you have facility to manage all of that, to manage your time? Do you have a schedule, or is it only on your mind?
It's only on in my mind, but it's not good. I needed to. I trying to split my day. In the morning, I do the things that I need more effort. I need to concentrate it, and the afternoon, I have the meetings and help other people's and do things that I don't need too much effort. Um, I don't going well with this, but I'm trying.
hmm It's something that I do, unfortunately, too, about not, in my perspective, about not using anything. I already tried using some, I forgot the Trello, but I don't know, I started doing that, but I didn't alimentava with the information, so that was stopped basically. And what I do now, like to try to organize somehow the tasks, is about setting an alarm to everything or almost everything that I need to do during the day so that I remember when it's time. So, okay, now in 5 minutes I'll have another thing, for example. So I'll set an alarm so that I don't forget. And what I do too, not the recommended, sure, but I use the WhatsApp, the chat with our own selves, so that I send,
Uh,
okay, now I need to do that, and then after a while I look at that and remind about what I need to do. But yeah, go ahead, Kelvin.
I just want to say that I give up to organize everything in a Trello, Jira, Google's Calendar, because I organize it. However, I'm in a position that uh, I am helping a lot of people. So I think now I'm doing this. I started, but 10 minutes, 30 minutes ago, someone calls me, and okay, I will help him. So my schedule is already a mess again. So I give up to organize it in a scheduler.
Yeah, for me, it was not working too. I don't know, maybe the moments or okay, maybe the moments I was maybe that wasn't just the right moment, but then I'll try again, and maybe that can be better in the future. And Kelvin, about the question number 9. How do you think multitasking affects your mental health or stress levels? Like talking about these deeper things about burnouts, about, this kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that affects so much because it's so stressful. And for example, sometimes when people have a lot of things to do and everything is important, everything is urgent with a, a small deadline. So these people uh, try to work in the entire day, organize it, and your mind they should be able to swap between this task and do it well done. So in the end of the day, this guy was is so stressful, so tired, and this I think this help a lot to improve your burnout. I think it depends for people too. More people is more sensitive, and others can be handle it. However, I think it's a problem for everyone.
Yeah. You said everything about that's about what you said. Everything is a priority. I lived that. Like I need to do this right now. Everything right now. So that was a problem, and I totally agree with you. Do you have any? Yeah.
It's only a phrase that someone said to me. If everything is priority, no one is priority because they are the same level. So if you can prioritize it correctly, nothing prioritizes. So I think it makes sense. However, not help us a lot.
Yeah. And how's that for you, Enrique? How do you see that?
Like I say, for me, it calls beginning of burnout to this multitasking, this seeking of doing a lot of things in a lot of things, and I think it's important to have a balance. The multitasking have some benefits, but I think have more maleficious if you don't balance in your life.
Yeah. And you said you went through the beginning of burnout. You said so. How was that for you? How did you deal with that?
Uh, I deal with soltei o pé do acelerador. I don't know how to say that, but I'm feeling that I'm not going well when I enter in vacancy, férias. That my word uh, going, it's ficou estranho, tipo assim. I spend I live in a lot of time in accelerated, and when I enter, I stopping at all. I starting to doing nothing. That's me make a lot bad. That when I starting to search help in therapists, in psychologists, and that they help me to identify that I was in the beginning of burnout.
Nothing. It's
I,
great that you had this opportunity to understand that and to deal with that in the beginning, not after that, because that could be way worse, right? That's it. Thank you very much for sharing that. That was really great, a really great conversation here in the main room. And I want to know from the other guys who were in the other rooms. We had two other rooms. So how was that for you, Alexandre? How was the conversation?
I guess it was one of the best conversation because it was only me and Brenner together, and Brenner has the good pronunciation, good uh, accent. Uh, he has a good English. But congratulations, Brenner. Uh, I learned how to focus more in one thing. Because Brenner said that he couldn't focus in a lot of things at the same time. And then I am a multitask person. So sometimes from now, I can focus more in only in English to booster. Because now I'm flirting to French and Spanish. Maybe it's a little confusing. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you for sharing. That's really great to hear that the theme was really great too. Nothing to say about this, but to elogiar because that was really great. And how was that in the other room, Vanessa, with you?
My internet it's not working so good because maybe I turn off this immersion and now I'm back again. So this immersion in today for me was very good because we talk about do a lot of things at the same time, and Catherine is the opposite than me. And these ideas that Catherine I would like, I can learn about these things and how the different brains can work, different ways can work in day by day. For me, it's very nice, very good.
Very nice. And the question, I wish we could have more time to discuss more about this all together, but the time is almost up. So as always, I would like to ask you guys one more question that is not on the list, but I would like everybody to answer. That is, what did you learn tonight in this conversation? That can be a new word, a new expression, or something related to the theme. Vanessa, you were already saying. So what did you learn tonight? Vanessa? Oh, maybe the internet.
Um, can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's okay. Um, maybe I think it's no, it's not working.
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Yeah. Perfectly.
Can you
No
repeat?
problem.
I sorry.
No problem.
Sorry.
Go ahead. So, Brenner, what did you learn tonight?
The conversation was very good with Alexandre. And I learned a little bit how a bank works because Alexandre worked in a bank in the past, so I learned a little bit about it.
Yeah, he always say about the bank experience. Always. He finds a way to talk about this. Just kidding. But that's really great. And how about you, Kelvin? What did you learn tonight?
Yeah. I learned that when we have so much tasks for handle in the same time, it can be so stressful and tired for people. Uh, and sometimes these people needs more helping, like a therapist to help him, and it's not good. So we need to slow down and organize our mind to go back and start in the our on our way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice. Thank you very much for being here. That was a pleasure to meet you. And how about you, Catherine? Can you go ahead? Yeah.
Hi, sorry. I mean, a little sick. So about today, I learned that sometimes it's good be a multitasking, like Vanessa said that her job asked for that. So I never stopped to think about this because I always see multitasking like a bad thing because nowadays the world demands this for us. And I think this impacting our mental health in your in your healthy body too. And yeah, but sometimes it's good be multitasking. So yeah.
All right, very nice. That's interesting to think about this, right? That was something that we were talking here in the main room too. And that's very crazy to think about because sometimes we just live the daily life, we just do things when we don't stop to think about this, and there are consequences of what we are doing now. So just stopping a little bit to think about this, to reflect about how's that doing to us, that can be a great thing to do. And how about you, Henrique? What did you learn tonight?
Tonight I learn a few new words, I think, and remember help me to fix another ones. And about this topic, I think is very interesting, principle for me because it's I live in a lot this doing multitasking. I have some issue with this, and I think it's that for me it's good a topic and good talking about this.
Very nice. Thank you all very much for being here. And for me, I can say I remembered new words too. And there's a word that Kelvin said a few times that just don't get in my mind. That is, however. Like sometimes I think it's great to say, however. It like gives another impression, but it's something that a word that is not on my mind. So that was great to remind about that. Of course, guys, thank you very much. I just sent the survey link on the chat. So if you guys can, please leave a comment telling how the conversation was for you. That's very important for us to know what I can do better, if you have any suggestions about that, and about other topics that you guys want to talk about. So just remind you, I have two emergencies on Tuesdays. They are at 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. You guys are always very welcome there. Thank you again, and I hope to see you again very soon. See you guys. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Bye
bye.
bye.